Hello and welcome to another update video about Fantom. So Fantom ideally only drops once more and then that should be it. It should avoid to drop below this 39.2 cent level that we highlighted and discussed in yesterday's video, because it should by then have an ABC correction complete. So quite nice and obvious correction that we see here, if it is clearly in three waves. Yeah, what needs to happen after one more low, because I don't think the low is in yet, but what needs to happen after one more low is an impulse to the upside, and it needs to deliver on upside. If it doesn't do that, it will risk to come down much lower, and it would then become an unreliable chart. The point I try to make here is that a wave 4 shouldn't really go below this 39.2 cent level. We already talked about it in the previous video that the retracement of this wave 4 actually should not even, or the retracement of the wave 3, which means the target for the wave 4 shouldn't really go below 42.5 cents, but I allow it a little bit more space. First of all, because officially a wave 4 is not invalidated until it crosses wave 1 price range, which would be down here by at 26 cents. Okay, that would be too far away, but it is quite far away from the wave 1 at this stage. In addition to that, what we see here as well is that I can take a take. I can try to calculate a target in a different way, which is I take the length of the A wave with the FIB extension tool. I go to the high of the B wave, and it actually takes me down to that 39.2, 39.3 cent level. An ideal target for a C wave is the 1.618 extension of the A wave, and that would be at 39.3 cents. But below that, I will have concerns. Now, surely, this could become something different. I mean, if it's a wave 4 can certainly be a triangle. Now, I don't see any evidence for it yet, but I want to explore that possibility, because typically what you do see is it's a guideline, yeah, but you have a certain guideline of alternation between waves 2 and waves 4, or a wave 2 and a wave 4. So the wave 2 was quite a sharp correction, means it was actually a zigzag correction, yeah. So we had an A wave, a B wave, so A wave down, B wave up, A down, B up, C down, yeah, but it was a zigzag pattern, most likely here. Just actually double checking that. Yeah, okay. The wave 1 was here. So we had an A wave down, a B wave up, and a C wave down. A simple correction. In my opinion, a zigzag. A zigzag is called or classed as a sharp correction. So what then often happens in a wave 4 is that if you have a sharp correction in wave 2, you do tend to have a sideways correction in wave 4. I don't see a sideways correction yet. This is a zigzag, which means it's quite a sharp correction. A zigzag has 5 waves in A, 3 in B, 5 in C. But what this could become is an Elliott wave triangle, because a zigzag or a sharp correction does alternate typically with triangles or flat patterns, which means this is clearly not a flat pattern. It comes down far too strong for that, but it could become a triangle. Now, a triangle could be that we get here a contracting triangle. We had and it's a 5-wave move, so it would be something like that. I don't want to rule that out. I want to make you aware. I've seen that stuff before. Because in a triangle, you can get 3 waves in A, 3 waves in B, 3 waves in C, 3 waves in D, and 3 waves in E. Could become a contracting triangle, for example. Yeah? They are quite common, especially in a wave 4. Because this wave 4 here is quite sharp. It's actually unusual. Okay, so I'm looking at possibly the option, but it's too early to confirm that clearly, that this might become a huge, let's call it bullish pennant, a contracting triangle, because wave 2 was sharp, so wave 4 should, it doesn't need to, but it should be sideways, and at the moment I don't see it. Or this could even, this could come down in a zigzag. Yeah, there is no rule that would prevent it from doing that. It would just be a bit unusual. The other point is this could even, of course, it could break support. If it breaks support, it will become unreliable. Now, if it breaks the support level here, then we're talking about, we're talking about a possibility of this being a 1-2 setup then. So you have a 1-2 and another 1-2 setup. okay, you know, then it could come down all the way to 29.2 cents, but that is not a reliable count. It's nothing that would then be reliable in terms of trading. Yeah, if you have 1 2 1 2, we need to see. I mean, certainly nothing where I would sort of try to catch the falling knife or anything. Only try to buy in then if it shows a clear reversal. So which means that if we drop below that 39.2 cent level and we then bounce off, let's say 29.2, then you should see a 5-wave move up, a 3-wave move down, and can still scale in. But at the moment, this looks just like a 3-wave move. Ideally, we hold support. The bulls need to hold support in a wave 4. And then we need to see if this is going to become a triangle or not. It has obviously dropped significantly. Over 30%, nearly 35%. It is now showing on the 4-hour chart oversold. And if it makes one more micro low, I will probably buy in a bit. It was oversold on the 1 hour, which doesn't mean it has to turn around, but it means, you know, we are in a downtrend clearly. What is normally what you see is that the wave A shows a clearer reading on the RSI than the C wave. We don't have that in this stage, or in this case, because it's quite a sharp correction actually. So what would be ideal to see at the end of the C wave, maybe some kind of a bearish bullish divergence. No, we don't really see that at this stage. And we've even dropped in let's call it the bearish downtrending range on the RSI. So what I'm planning to do possibly is to buy when we make one more low, because at the moment we're clearly doing some kind of a bear flag. I mean, these can always go up as well, but I don't believe it at this stage. So it looks bear flaggish, which means you've got something like this, yeah, a triangle. Let's call it maybe even a small triangle, or a channel in which we move. Bitcoin is doing something similar. So this would suggest continuation. And also if I'm counting this as a 1, 2, here maybe the 3, triangle 4, and another wave 5 down. Important here would be that the wave 5 is not the shortest one, because the wave 3 seems to be quite short. But as long as wave 5 is shorter than 3, that should be fine. And we should not break that rule if it stays above 39.2. So I'll observe that for you. I hope you like the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.